We need a consciousness that is liberated, that is free of the bodily compulsions. Otherwise, we will just do what we are currently doing, and that too at an increased speed. And that is happening all around us. Don't you see that? Not only is destruction happening is happening at an accelerated pace. So, and when we see that there is misery, there is suffering, that there are certain people who have been victimized, then we sink deeper into our delusion. We start blaming others, a particular section, as the root cause of the problem. We do not realize that the root cause is within us. And unless you have an environment, you have an education system, you have social stimuli that take people away from their animalistic tendencies, the same thing will continue to happen. One animal wants to grab the territory of another animal, especially if the former is a bigger animal. One big country wants to grab the territory of a smaller country. But this we take as something a bit sophisticated. We discuss this in the United Nations. We talk of this as something at least half serious and half intellectual. We sit in our formal clothes and discuss the occupation of territory on high fora. But when one dog encroaches into the territory of another dog, we look at it as something very ordinary, very lowly indeed. We do not see that the same thing is happening. And unless we come to that sharp, quick, conclusive realization, we'll keep giving respect to all the wrong things, and we'll sink deeper into misery, and we'll not realize why we are suffering in the first place.
Can I ask a follow-up question if that's fine with you?
Sure.
So for someone, let's say, who is poor and who is oppressed, he or she would know that and are aware of the fact that, well, they are poor and they do not have access to the resources that they would need for their upliftment, right? And at the same time, they might not even have the access, like, say, to education, or like even understanding what they could do in, like, for them to come out of the traps that they are in. Under such a situation, do you think there is a solution that can actually help in any kind of upliftment at all? Or do you say that we are actually like moving, the gap between the haves and the have-nots is just widening further and further?
No, the question is, what do the haves have?
Yeah.
Do they really have something worth coveting? Indeed, people need something, but what is it that we all do need? Right? No point running the same race. The haves something, the haves have something, and if all the have-nots aspire to have the same thing that the haves have, then all we'll have is disaster. Think of what will happen if the entire population of India is able to have the same per capita consumption as the population of US. Will we survive? Will the earth last even 6 months? Is consumption, first of all, the goal of human life? And when I say consumption, that includes education as well. Because our education is very much consumption centric. So, you talked of the solution. The superficial solution obviously is to bridge the gap. And that you could do by various means. You could do that by subsidies, you could do that by affirmative action, you could do that by social schemes, by reservations. There is so much that you can do. And if you do that, there would be some positive impact and you are entitled to feel good about it. But so far and no more. That takes you no further than this. If you really want wholesome change, then you need a social system, an education system to begin with. That will be the first thing. That encourages the right values. And the moment I use the word values, it starts sounding cliched, even trite. Because the word values has been abused so much and slighted so much. It has lost its meaning. It has become insignificant. Maybe we need another word to suit our minds. We need to understand what is it that is first of all valuable in life. And that is what each human being must have.